character with the most fleshed out backstory, the character with the most character development in the whole story. And that would be Todoroki Shoto. And I've been really looking forward to this guy because, like I just said, this guy has main character type backstory and main character type. Well, we haven't seen the development yet, I guess, but we will, right? They're setting it up. So, really been looking forward to... you know what? I might get to rambling too much about this guy and not just get into the figure. So let's just get into the figure. There's the back of the box art. Front and one flap of the box art. Here is the box art insert from the back. Pretty cool one. I think that's a good one. And I'll use that as the backdrop. I'll keep it there just to show the accessories real quick. I have them still in the case here just so they don't fall out, and I can present them this way. So as you can see, 1 and 6, so 7 alternate faces. All of the most of the eyes are looking in different directions than the other faces, so the eyes aren't like the or a lot of the Revoltech figures that have movable eyes. And then you got 7 hands here. This hand, this splayed out hand, is made to go in this effect. So that's the one when he goes down to the ground to create the ice effect or the ice walls. So that one just places right into that. You've got 2 small ice effects here. Got a cell phone. The cell phone is made to look like he is having a text conversation with someone, probably Midoriya. And there's 2 big ice effects here, and they have ball pegs in them, so it looks like they either will click into him or possibly into himself. He's got an alternate hair sculpt where one side is flamed on and then the other side is sort of like up like in action, like it's flowing in action. And then he has 3 very similar looking flame effects here. I don't know if they're exactly the same. I will see better when I take them out. In the back, there is a stand, and there are some replacement ball pegs. They look like the ones that go in the ice effect. But all right, let's take a look at the figure. All right, so the first thing I noticed when I took the figure out was that he's a little bow-legged, and the legs do like stay like that. If you try to like see, they're bow-legged, but they're also facing out a little bit. Each thigh is facing out. But if you try to swivel it in, see, this is what happens. Let me see if I can focus it. If you try to swivel it in, for some reason it just becomes more bow-legged. So it's a little weird. Can't close his legs at all any more than that. So when he's standing, they'll be about like that. It's not too bad. Maybe I'm being nitpicky here, but I'm just trying to show what's going on there. Maybe not a big deal, but it is a deal. Yeah, the face that comes on him looks fairly decent. Some of the faces in person, I don't know how well they're showing up on camera because I'm having trouble getting it to focus. But some of the faces in person don't really look like the character. This one's okay. The neutral ones are okay. The ones that have like action expressions are the ones that really don't look like him. But all right, let's get into articulation real quick. Sorry, guys. Somebody fell. So a couple of things that I want to point out real quick before I get into the basic articulation and what you probably already know is there. A couple of things I was really impressed with. The butterfly joints are actually attached to this, I guess like the shoulder strap or the backpack strap. So this whole unit right here moves. I think I'm blocking my lighting. Hold on. This whole unit right here moves. And so that's a really good way to sort of hide the butterfly articulation there, and it works really well, and it's hidden really well. And both of them forward, oops, sorry, comes forward about that much. Both of them back about that much. So it is pretty decent range. The left one for some reason doesn't move as much as the right one. But yeah, that's cool. And then the other thing is the belt pieces, hip pieces here. They are floating. This one of them moves and one of them doesn't. On mine, it's frozen. This one, sorry, so on the hip segments, or like the belt segments, they're clearly supposed to do something because it's very segmented and broken up. This whole piece right here is not connected to the hip, to the back, to the butt area, to the sides, anything. But they don't do anything, or at least mine don't. They're like frozen or something. They don't actually move. They don't actually get out of the way or do anything. But they're very segmented, and they don't look that great. Like, that looks overly engineered for something that doesn't actually move. I can't see any type of peg in there or anything, so I'm not really sure if maybe mine's frozen or if they just overly engineered something that didn't need to be there. But that's there. These little canisters on the back are soft, so if this did move, I guess they would get out of the way. And then these canisters on the front, they're on little pegs, so they move. So it seems like they're supposed to move those hip segments, but they don't. So all right, no big deal though. So I just kind of wanted to say too, as I hold this guy and move him around, this guy feels small. He feels sort of Figma-ish almost. And I'll definitely do some size comparisons. I'll pull out the other two, Bakugo and Midoriya, at the end, do some size comparisons. But if I'm not mistaken, Todoroki's like the taller of the three, main characters, or main heroes or whatnot of the young class. And this guy feels a little small, and I'll see how he stacks up with the other ones, but that's what I'm feeling right now. But anyway, all right, so arms go up that much, a little awkward. You kind of have to go up over his shoulder strap here, and you can get the T-pose going. It's got like a double ball peg. Can you see that? Double ball peg in there. It's not focusing well, but double ball peg, both sides sort of free float, so you can move the arm around pretty well. Typical Revoltech stuff, right? And as far as head articulation, he looks all the way up, and he has this hair segment here that gets out of the way so that he can do that all the way up. That's pretty impressive. And he doesn't have the super long neck that the other guys do, that like Midoriya and Bakugo have. And he also, his head goes up and down a little. Sorry. Like theirs does. It goes up and down a little, but not a whole lot. And it doesn't end up getting too awkward like those ones do. Lots of head tilt because he has a joint at the top of the head where the head meets the neck, and then another one at the bottom where the neck meets the body. So lots of tilt, lots of up, lots of down. That guy's great. Upper torso articulation, pretty good. Get that out of the way. Pretty good. And lots of side to side there. If you put the upper and lower together, crunches very far forward. Arcs back pretty good. Very good tilt. Can't wait to get this guy in some poses. Legs. I don't know what's going on here. Give me a second. So I didn't play with this guy before coming on camera here and doing this. So pretty disappointed with the legs. So you can bring it forward this much. That's it. Before you have to kick out. Because with just this much, he runs into his crotch piece. So then the leg has to kick out. And yeah, it only goes out. Can't get that in really. Kicks up pretty high, but just so you can... oh, there's a piece of plastic in there still. All right. Hold on a second. Right. So if you kick this leg forward, it goes out. But maybe with just the one leg forward, you can't really tell how much out that is. So if I do the other leg, the same thing. Now it's really kicking out. Yeah, this guy's hips suck. So this is not up to par, man. This is a big step back. So his bow-legged, legs were already, an issue. They were already awkward. But trying to get them to go forward at all is horrible. I wonder if there's a defect in mine. Give me a second. Play around with this. All right, so I don't know exactly what's going on with mine. I don't know if it's defective or what. But this leg doesn't go forward at all. It only goes kicking out. And the thigh swivel won't allow it to come very straight. So that's only out. This side goes forward a little and then kicks out. But it doesn't let me put two legs forward at the same time. Very, very awkward. And just from trying to move the legs a little bit, it's like super scratching it here. Luckily, it's the same color blue underneath. So all it's doing is scratching off the matte paint and making, exposing like shiny plastic. But this is getting really frustrating. The legs, on mine at least, are horrible. The hips are horrible. They don't go forward at all. They only kick out. And, they literally kick out. He can do the splits just fine. But trying to come forward, neither of them come forward at all. They only kick out. This is a huge disappointment. But, alright, at least the knee joints fold all the way over in on themselves, so that's really good. The ankles go that far forward, that far back. Ankle rocker as far as you would want to take it. So yeah, that's really good. No boot swivel. Yeah, no swivel there. But the knee joints, they're just single jointed, but they fold really well, all the way in half. So just quickly messing around here. I can get him down enough so that he would be able to do, his ice effect pose, creating an ice wall. But from this angle, it'll probably work, but this is not how it's supposed to be. He's not supposed to look like that. That looks ridiculous. It looks fine from the front if you don't know what's going on back there. But this leg should be up. The knee should be up way more and should be more out in front of him. So this is the best that I can do. I have no idea what's going on with this figure. I don't know if it's just mine. Maybe I should heat up the crotch or something and try to loosen that crotch piece, but that's very disappointing. Oh, really quickly before I forget, I forgot to show that these were also accessories that he comes with. Something like word effect cutouts, onomatopoeias, whatever they're called. But yeah, forgot to say. Man, I'm telling you, I did not expect to be so disappointed by this guy. I'm running out of steam here. I almost feel like just stopping the review. Man, it sucks. I'm not saying he's not a good figure, but I'm disappointed. I was just expecting a little more, I guess. I feel like he should be taller, definitely. The legs really suck. Those hip pieces, maybe mine are frozen, but I wonder if they're restricting the legs from going up anymore because the top of the thighs do run into them. But, I mean, anyway, here he is with Bakugo. Here the main three are. I think he's a little short, but scale-wise, he fits in just about perfectly. There's Medio. That's a good size, right? Here's Endeavor. Let's see. Yeah. And pretty tall. Endeavor's a big guy. And, this is just a placeholder anyway until the Revoltech version comes out. But I think all the heights work there. Let's see who else I can throw in there. Let's see. Throw in Ida in there. He's probably too tall. I know he's taller than them, but that's probably stretching it. Here's Shigaraki Tomura. Maybe that's... Oh, I forgot. I have two. This one has the broken ankle. Shoot. That's probably a decent height, yeah? See, Shoto is short, right? He shouldn't be that short. Right now, he looks shorter than Midoriya. He looks way too short for next to Shigaraki. So, I'm disappointed. And if I sound like I'm nitpicking here, if you don't agree with me, if you feel like the heights are fine and I'm complaining too much, that is perfectly fine too. I am just telling you that I am personally not happy with a purchase that I spent my money on, and I'm a little disappointed right now. It doesn't mean I'm saying don't go get the figure. It's a bad figure. I'm just saying I'm a little disappointed, or more than a little disappointed, I guess, with a figure that I spent almost $100 on. But I'm still gonna keep them in the collection. I'm still gonna do what I can do with them as far as some figure photography, and I'll try to make the best of it. But I'm annoyed. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed. But I'm not saying don't go get the figure. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm not getting overly emotional. I'm trying to be real about it. That's all. So, yeah, I'm going to take this moment to quickly segue into something that I have wanted to talk about a little bit here. I don't know how many people are going to see this video. I don't know if anyone's going to care. But I just wanted to say that I'm not trying to make it big here on YouTube. I'm not trying to become some big reviewer or anything like that. There are a lot of people who have been doing it a lot longer than me, who are a lot better at it than me. I am just taking a break from figure photography right now. I don't know how long, but I have been doing figure photography on Instagram. Since Instagram first came on the scene, and I just became really unhappy with it over the last year or so, ever since they changed the algorithm up, and I kept getting shadow banned. I got shadow banned like 5 times over the last year, and I don't know why. And I kept saying like, "Hey, I'm not a bot. It's me. I don't know if I'm using the same hashtags too much, but what am I supposed to do if I post a shot of Captain America on Monday and Tuesday, and I use the hashtag Marvel on both days? and that's considered spammy because you're not supposed to use the same hashtags too much. So that's the only thing that I could think of. But what am I supposed to do? Just not use hashtags? Or, I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of Instagram, right? Not necessarily, but you get what I'm saying? That's the feature, right? That's the whole feature. You search up the hashtags of things that you want to see. So I just been really unhappy. The last time I got shadow banned, I mean, it was bad. I had a story up for like 23 hours and only 13 people had seen it. And, you know, on average, I would get at least 300 to 400 people who would look at my story. So 13 people saw it, and the story correlated with a post that I had put up. The post was up for maybe 9 hours or so, and it got, I want to say, 20 likes in the 9 hours. I'm not saying it was the greatest post ever put on Instagram, but on an average post, I would say I would get anywhere from 150 to 200 likes. On a decent post that, you know, put a little more effort into, maybe 300. And on something that was fire, something that I really, really put work into that I knew was hot, right? Maybe 400 to 500 likes. So this post was up, like I said, for like 9 hours, and it got 20 likes. So I knew that I was being heavily, heavily restricted. So I just deactivated my Instagram account and just wanted to get away. Just wanted to decide, like, if it's something I want to continue doing, or, you know, obviously I really like figures. I really like buying and posing figures. I'm not like a collector. I'm not the kind of collector who likes to buy everything and, you know, display it all and have it in the box. And, you know, there's collectors, and then there's people like me who buy figures so that I can photograph them. So I just decided to be active on my YouTube channel and sort of review figures and post some figure photography on here, and just maybe some stop motion, just do some whatever. Just have fun with the figures because this is my outlet right now. I'll probably go back to Instagram eventually because I do miss taking a lot of figure photos. But for now, I'm just trying to do what I can do to stay active with my hobby. So that's why I'm sort of doing these reviews, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, that I'm doing here on YouTube. But my intention is not to become some great reviewer. I'm not trying to make it big on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, if you took the time to listen to that, hey man, I really appreciate it. If not, I mean, who cares, right? I'm just ranting. I just needed to rant. So it is what it is. But yeah, I will probably take some pictures of this guy when I have some time and some ideas. I probably won't post them here. I'll probably do it when I come back to Instagram, because I'm kind of disappointed. I had plans on doing some photos, but I ended up being pretty disappointed with this guy. I think I'm going to put him away for the night and come back to him tomorrow or the next day or whenever I have some time and really play with him some more, see what I can do with him. But that's it for now. So I guess that's it for this review. Again, really appreciate anyone who took the time to listen. If not, totally understand. I'm just talking to myself right now. Take it easy. Take care. And if you want this figure and you get it, cool. I am a little disappointed, but I still think he looks cool and he was necessary for the collection. So anyway, take care. Goodbye.